Yo, what's up, Cap? Welcome, welcome for. How's it going? Have you been here before? If not, welcome to the stream. We're just getting started tonight. Oh shoot, Cat, that reminds me I need to run oh, you can't hear me, but if you ever watch the VOD, I need to run ads. One of 8 ads? That's ridiculous. I'm so sorry to hear. Oh my goodness. How's your day going so far, 4? That's a lot of Fs. That is great to hear. Still got to decide what we're doing for stream tonight, whether we're going to be continuing some of our 50%, our older 50% Friday stuff, or continuing on another piece I was working on my own. And I think we're going to work on my personal piece, but we'll see. It may cause some contention amongst chat. Eat paper. Maybe that could be like a second option, I think. Not a bad one, but or a third option. It may taste good, but I'm not too I'm not too sure if it's very good for you. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a paperologist. Are you winning? Winning against the ads? I'd sure hope so. Maybe. Yummy in my tummy. I can't recommend eating paper to anybody, but I hope you enjoy it. It's done huge. We're actually not going to be spinning the wheel today. We'll be working on some personal art. Sadly, no gambling. Maybe we could figure out a way to do a prediction here or there. I forgot to take. I was gonna take some acetaminophen before stream to like get rid of a headache, and I did not do that. So maybe I'll do that during our break. But first, hello everybody. I hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time. It is a Friday, 50% Friday, in fact. We did not stream yesterday, so welcome back. Glad to see everybody. We will not be spinning the wheel today, or I guess we should say, nor will we be working on the Kaiman Gyoza 50% from last Friday. We're going to be probably just chilling out, working on a personal piece that I was inspired to draw actually by Sadie. So shout out Sadie. But before we even start there, let's have some fun with a warm-up. Oh, I swear every time I look at my camera, it feels like it's not correct. So yeah, see, I don't know, it looks pretty pretty lined up there. Makes sense, makes sense. But regardless of what time it is time to warm up. And some wonderful Spirit Fare. Why did I pull out 2 pins? We're not doing cylinders this train. As much as I would like to continue cylinders to just be done with it already, we ought to do some 50%. Whoa. A lot of Eastern timers in chat. Okay, maybe it's just an optical illusion because I'm used to drawing slanted, but it feels like the table is slanted away from me. It's kind of weird. I think it's just an optical illusion, but still very strange. Oh yeah, we usually have a slanted table, but this stream, for ones where we use my notebooks, I actually drop the table, as they say. Nothing much to comment on. I did not get any progress done really today on the time flies on the lesson 5 script, but that's okay. I actually planned for a kind of dead day in the middle to prevent me getting burned out or anything. I still made a little bit of progress, so that's way better than doing nothing. Oof. Well, we can work with that still. Ooh, okay. Eats paper. Or maybe I should have taken allergy medicine. I can feel like my nose getting itchy. I swear to God, if I have both a headache and like allergy symptoms during a stream, I'm going to be pretty upset. Are you going to be working on any drawing tonight for? Same thing goes to you, Kat. Working on something personal on the side. Hopefully it blooms huge. That's great to hear. Am I drawing 3D paper? I'm drawing things that are 3D on 2D paper, I guess. I don't know. Treating it as if it were a window into 3D space. And we'll go with that one up. Oh, I didn't reinforce any of the lines. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense given all the cylinders I've been doing. Man, that backline is completely off. I didn't even check it. Ugh. We're gonna do another box just because this one upset me so much. Completely nuked it. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what at all happened right there. That's super disappointing. Oof, yeah, this box is off. Yikes. Yeah, let's do a better box this time. Bigger every day. I'm hoping we get to see some more art from people. Seeing the art fight stuff so far has been really, really cool. Yo, what's up, Rise? How's it going? Oh, thank you for the follow, Rise. I still need to make that notification that pops up whenever people follow or sub. Ugh, I've been bad about that. How's your day going so far? Ooh, yikes. Children right now, stop my study math for now to practice some drawing. Oh, heck yeah. Hope the math is going well. That stuff can be pretty arduous. We're continuing your legacy of 50% Fridays. We've actually done a thing, Rise. I'm not sure if you've been here for one, where people can use channel points to put a character on something we just call the wheel. And every Friday we spin the wheel to draw that character. And this Friday though is a bit different. I didn't want to do it because like I don't want to make drawing or like 50% arduous for me, right? Uh, So we're gonna be drawing a little bit of gravel. Yes, you can. Yeah. So if you go into the little channel points button, it costs 5K. It's quite expensive, and you can have a maximum of 2 characters on the wheel. And I can't really promise that we will draw them or et cetera, et cetera. And of course, like, don't put like controversial people or things like that in there. I do have final say in what gets put on the wheel and what doesn't. But yeah, it's kind of just like a fun prompt thing. It forces me to kind of get uncomfortable with what I draw because I'll draw gravel in V1 all day if I could. But at the same time, as much as I love it, some days I just don't want to draw it, and so we'll do that. He said it. He said the word. Oh shoot, Rise. Yo, Rise. Wait. Gotta go. Be back next time. Already, thank you for stopping by. When will Delano get a server tag? I renewed my Nitro yesterday. Shoot. Wait, Rise, dude. No way. You did not need to do that. Well, thank you, Rise, very much for probably I think this is our first like actual sub. Like we've had Prime subs, but dude. And Rise, just so you know what we will be doing with the money is we'll be reinvesting it into oh no Mata. I think Mata Mata did a gift sub. But what we'll be doing is we'll be reinvesting it into the channel. Which means I'll probably just buy gift subs for everybody. Because I feel like if I put it towards the emotes, I don't know, that feels a bit self-serving. Your first sub, sweet, yeah. But yeah, so we'll probably just put all that money towards getting people some gift subs. Heck yeah! Awesome, welcome, Cal. He was number 1. Did I mess up the backline on this one too? I mean, kind of, yeah. Rise, what is the number 1? Oh, no, okay. What is the number 1 food that you missed while you were abroad, while you were gone? Thai food, I could understand that. From what little Thai food I've had, and if you would even consider it actual Thai food, right? I'm eating Americanized Thai food, but man, heck yeah. Oh, finally some Minecraft music. Jeez, took it a second. I feel like this master playlist has everything. It always skips over the Minecraft stuff. This one song triggers so much nostalgia for Xbox 360 Minecraft, which I don't get because like I've listened to the entire Minecraft soundtrack for a lot of my life, but this one song in particular. Or technically the sub money that we've gotten so far will go towards the upcoming videos because it's going to cost about $30 for music rights for all of them because I'm going to release them over the span of 2 months. Unless there's a smarter way of doing it, but I'm not sure. I miss the old school Xbox 360 Minecraft days. Man, bring me back. Post 2008 economic collapse. That little gap we had between like 2010 and 2015. Things were good then. At least for a kid. I'm not sure how it was being an adult then. But yeah, I remember my sister and I getting in fights about Minecraft or Legos on the Xbox and Wii. I remember wanting to get the Xbox 360, so I ended up getting Nintendogs. Heck yeah. I think you had a wise investment right there. A better alternative. I haven't done Drawbox warm-ups in so long, I gotta get back into the swing. Yeah, I can understand that, man. Maybe redo all of lesson 1 for funsies, right? Went to GameStop and everything. I don't ever remember going with my parents to GameStop for a game. Maybe it happened, but I could be misremembering. I hate GameStop. It was either a GameStop or a Radio Shack that like stole my dad's wallet. GameStop is awesome. Oh wait, no, I already read that. Like resale sucks. Actually, no, they have used games though, and the used games is pretty fire. Smelly, everything else is just cool. True, true, true. I had a revolving sushi tonight. I had a ramen, which I can't remember the name of, uh, and then decided to get gyoza, and my sister did not want to share the gyoza except for half of one. So I had gyoza, you know, like some California rolls and the ramen. I am, whew. I'll be putting a little bit extra in tonight's workout. That's nice. Okay, I'll call that a full warm up. Best thing in Japan to eat plus the ramen shops is it gyoza? That fresh new game smell when you can open the box for the first time. I honestly do not know of that smell. Then again, it's probably been not only years since I've had something that I put a CD into, but then even more years since I've like bought a new game. Anyways, so for those who don't know the drill, actually this will not affect Rise because he's a subscriber. We're gonna take a BRB. This is a good time to get some water, chillax for a second, all that good stuff, and then we're gonna run 2 minutes of ads on the Twitch side to get rid of pre-rolls for the next 30 minutes. And yeah, so be right back. Kavel giving off that old man aura. I don't think I'll ever escape. Ooh, voice crack. There we go. Yeah, so basically I don't want people joining the stream to get ads, and since I'm gonna be gone for usually like 2 minutes every BRB anyways, what we do is I run 2 minutes of ads during BRB, which makes it so anyone for the next hour who joins us doesn't get any ads. So gotcha. So yeah, this is basically my best attempt at reducing the number of ads people get and encouraging them to like actually take a break during BRB. This doesn't stop mid-roll ads, and I'm not sure how mid-roll ads work on Twitch, but yeah. A lot of edgy piano songs tonight. Let's try to switch that up, huh? Alrighty, we're back. So, yep, today, I'm gonna take it crazy slow. I mean, I always take everything like super slow, but today is really pushing that. This is a personal drawing that I've been working on for like a day, nothing crazy. It is basically I made a drawing the other day, and it was gravel, like a bunch of gravels, sitting in a tee box. And our good friend Sadie Lady said, "Hey, that looks a lot like Peeps." And I was like, "That's really funny, actually." So I'm drawing like a bunch of gravels, like kind of painting themselves yellow. and stuffing themselves inside of a Peeps box. So okay, so what me out? Mordecai and Gravel bird watching on a rooftop. Are you trying to ship Gravel and Mordecai? You know how I feel about Blue Jays, man. Actually, I don't know how Blue Jays feel about Grackles. But anyways, we're going to start the timer. Definitely not going to make tons of progress today. In fact, the reference I'm using for this is actually pictures of me in real life. So we will not be using or having like our little, pure ref screen on the side. In fact, I have to pull those references up real quick. Should also make sure that none of my displays are turned on. Yes, I did. It was, I think, $80 or $90 on Amazon. It is a slanting desk. I'll actually send you a picture after stream. One of my most favorite investments of all time, especially for the price. Like, you hear of nice desks and you're like, oh, they go for hundreds. This was $90 on sale. And it was just such a blessing. And you could buy like the exact same one at art stores minus shipping. So that's huge. Here, let me pull up these references. College is going. The past 2 semesters that you were abroad, were probably the toughest semesters I've ever had. Just a whole slew of difficult stuff, but I survived. I took up a minor specialization in cybersecurity, which was really fun. I suck at it, as per usual, but I'm getting through. It's definitely been the hardest thing I've ever done. But we're surviving. And what is up, Jims? How's it going? Welcome to the stream, welcome. Okay, I have my references of me in real life. If you, I'll sell these references for like $500,000 a pop. If you want them. And yep. Kavel giving off an old man aura. Why did that have to be the first thing you see when you walked in the stream? Okay, let's get started. I feel like I am young and spry, and I demonstrate the youthful properties of a man in his 20s. There's never been a younger man. I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest person ever. Also, real talk, Rise. You and I, use the very similar mediums, right? We love fine liner, ballpoint, all that. Buy these. These are non-photo blue Prismacolor pencils. They don't show up as evident, but like they erase so easily. It's the perfect line work tool. I'm gonna skip that song. It is so nice. I bought a pack of them off Amazon. Prismacolor color eraser, non-photo blue for like $7 off Amazon. There's like at least 10 of them in here. Let me count. Oh, there's way more than 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 12, which apparently is way more than 10. I've whittled this one down with a good reason. Here, actually. As an example, I mean, we have the promptathon stuff of like how well it erases and stuff. I'm upside down and this is strange. Okay, yeah, you guys can barely see the blue here. And I haven't even erased it, right? So it's really good for not showing up at all. Once again here, I erased it on this one. You cannot see it at all. So yeah, highly recommend it. How's Drawbox going? We are in the midst of the 250 cylinder challenge, almost out of it. I don't like it, but Altoids. Oh yeah, this is our Eraser 10. Thank you. What's up, Bear? Hello. I think Kavel and I are the same age. Who knows? I am actually in my teens. I'm 12 years old. I'm the youngest person ever. Cool. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be drawing. I wish I could show you the reference I'm using, but I don't want you to see me nor my room. But we're going to be drawing a tiny gravel. So, okay. The premise, you're right. Oh, yep. So, Bear, we're just doing a personal drawing today for 50% Friday because I didn't want to burn myself out on like wheel stuff right now, or just like I felt like doing this more. So it looks like Gravel's being crucified, which yeah, I could understand. He's not being crucified though. He's like being painted. I just he's gonna have like paint dripping off of him, and then there's gonna be a box right here of Peeps, which this Gravel is like walking into. um but yeah, and then there's gonna be several other Gravels sitting in the Peeps box. The premise is they're painting themselves yellow, which I have this that I bought today. I also have my Posca markers that I could use to make them yellow. And I would like to get 3 other Gravels because there's typically 5 Peeps per box. But if I could only fit 2 Gravels in, that's fine. There's going to be a Gravel sitting down right here waving at this Gravel. There's going to be a Gravel right here just kind of like chilling. And then one like looking up. And getting the references for this, I don't really like staring at myself with these references. But it's like, what are you going to do about it, right? So yeah, this Gravel is going to be making eye contact down. Gravel laser beam. So maintaining, this is the hardest part about drawing like this. Is just consistency of the scene. I do know how to set up a perspective grid, but I didn't want to. Because I was lazy, and I know how to set up a perspective grid, not necessarily. I don't know how to set up one where there's the VPs are off the page. Which was probably something you'd learn in like FODAP or something like that. But so let's see if this Gravel was sitting all the way down. I don't know like how to gauge how tall someone should be when sitting down. Let's see, their legs, they're just basically going for their torso. So ideally, the Gravel will just be like this tall. We put that right here. Maybe that tall, I guess. I lost it. The pains of drawing with non-photo blue. There we go. Jims and Bear, how are your days going so far? Oh, you have a founder's badge? Heck yeah. Oh, is that the number 1 thing? Yeah. Yeah, because I think Monkey was the first person to ever give a prime. Once again, really, you did not have to, and you did. So thank you very much for investing in the Kavel fund. Yeah, chill stream today. I have absolutely no expectations or objectives with today's stream as in how much we accomplish. I'm just going to kind of put my head down, doodle on this paper. And that's all I could want out of today. Not my best day, but I'm steadily getting there. That is a wonderful mindset, Bear. So good on you for that. I think they're too close, but I'm not sure. It's also weird because I took these reference photos at a very neutral angle because I would just like rotate everything in 3D space. So I have to make sure I can't see. Kat, I hate to be the one to inform you that that's kind of just how it's been for the last couple streams. Do you ever plan to stop streaming, Cav, or has this become something more to you in your life? I don't know. I'll stop streaming when either I'm not having, I'm not enjoying it like I do now. Or I feel like there's something that I could be doing more with that time than streaming. That would be just as like helpful to myself and others, right? Because like as long as I'm doing something that I love for an hour a day and encouraging people to do the same, I'll stick to that. And I don't want to pigeonhole myself into oh, I should have sat facing towards the camera. I don't want to pigeonhole myself into that ever, because then, like, you know, if I feel like I have to stream, this is, you know, I have to get till day 10,000. Yeah. So whenever Cav gets married or has a kid, he'll stop streaming. So true. That's probably a definite hard stop. And given the proclivity of YouTubers to have not so graceful endings, I would really be cool that being the outcome. You know, if my story is to draw and then retire with a family, I think I'd be pretty happy with that. Use your gift for content. That's so good. I've talked about this on stream before, but I'm not sure who was there. If I die, if I suddenly stop streaming, whatever, there's not going to be a replacement. I'm not passing the torch. Just the channel's going to be poof like that. I'm not going to have my parents post like a "our son died" video. No, it's just bye bye. Thus was the end of the Kavel. Use your kid for content. I forced my child to draw for 30 hours a day. I locked him in a room with 4 cans of pre-fried beans and 11 hours of Proco content. Let's see how they're faring. Our son died doing the 250 cylinder challenge, locked in our basement. Ah, shoot, I think I just gave a new idea for Mr. Beast. This is how much he was abandoning us to send him to the gallows. Like, who is going to tell you guys I died if that happens? Died at the 250 box challenge. Yeah, no, I mean, probably what will happen if, like, I just spontaneously die. I'd be cool with my parents. I hope they're watching right now. This is, like, crazy morbid. I hope they'll just make a YouTube post and be like, he's retired. Bye. Because, like, I don't, like, if bad things happen to me in real life, I don't want to post that on this channel. Not that bad things don't ever happen to people and posting about them are bad. Or, like, if I get in a car wreck, I just don't feel like this is the space for that for me. To do those things, you know? Like, if, you know, if a family emergency or things ever happen on stream, I'll just be like, hey guys, not showing up today. Who's to say those things haven't already happened? I'm gaffing on this, dude. I have no idea. This is when I wish I was a digital artist so I can just, like, draw the gravel and then move him around. You died without my permission. I think if I were to die right now, I would die without many people's permission. Except for the one dude who commented on my Steam profile today. That was very unkind. If you know, you know. Never bring up wine in the hospital. I'll just put, what is that, like the iconic post of like just an IV in my arm and like, don't worry guys, I'm okay, and then I say nothing else. Just for internet clout. Let's see, my knees and my reference rise to like the middle of my breasticles. So we're gonna put my knees there. Ever played at Deltarune? I have not. I've heard great things about it. A lot of my friends love it. It is really something that I should play. And yet I have not. I've seen a lot of the characters from it though everywhere. I don't know about the story at all, and I'm actually okay with that because I think one day I will decide to play it. Um, the tough part though is like I wait so long to play games and watch movies and stuff that people always do this really annoying excuse, where they're like they spoil it casually, and they're like, "Oh, well, it's been out for X amount of years," and like I get it, right? Because like spoiling, the Battle of Troy, right? Or like stuff like that. Like, okay, we know what happened, but like Star Wars, I wouldn't want to ruin the experience of Star Wars for somebody. And like, what about the next generation of children and stuff who haven't seen that? What do we all like? Just decide that all children past the age of 5 have seen Star Wars? I can understand both sides, I guess. So it's fun to talk about things you really enjoy with other people, but also it sucks. Uh, like it sucks it away from the person you're talking to. I watch Star Wars? Yes. It's a fun little adventure. One thing that I love that George Lucas says though is like so many people are getting mad at me. It's a show for 12-year-olds. Star Wars is kind of buns. Definitely the modern stuff I didn't really care for. Whenever people say Star Wars, I instantly think of like the old 70s films. Were this 70s? I don't know. I've seen George Lucas in real life. I will not say where. I will not even tell you if he knew I was watching him, but oh yeah, Clone Wars is freaking awesome. Clone Wars and like the OG animations for those really really freaking good. Yeah. Were you the guy that took the photo of George Lucas eating his food in McDonald's, Cap? Hey, all you guys need to know is I'm pretty good with a camera. I've actually been thinking. I'm not gonna say much about it right now, both for like privacy and um blah blah blah. But I will be traveling this winter for a while. Uh, there will be no streams for a little bit in the winter. Something will be replacing it hopefully soon. But for that, I will be hopefully getting a new camera. I want to invest in a nice new camera. Make sure these are like the same size. Not that you guys can see anything of what I'm doing, but just trust me. I hope this specific thing on my page is the same size as another specific thing. Going to Japan, that would be freaking awesome, man. I would love to go to Japan. However, I'm not, but it's no Kavel streams for months. Only no Kavel streams for maybe a month, maybe less. But like I said, it will be replaced with something that would be hopefully equal, if not maybe even greater value. We'll see. But yeah, this is still all up in the air. We'll see if it falls through or if it's real. I really wish I took a better reference picture. Because I realized, oh yeah, here's a little rant. I realized like something that's stopping a lot of my personal drawings or just drawings in general is that I don't have a reference to work with and I get really lost. And it's multifaceted because one, you know, it's okay to draw without a reference. That's totally fine. And maybe I need to address the fact that I'm scared to draw without one. But in the same vein, um, drawing with reference is extremely helpful. And oh, AI Kavel, I love that. Um, and it's very important to draw with reference, draw from real life, as they say. So or they mean more with like real life, be physically there. But anyways, um, and so I've just been on like kind of a tirade making my own references because that's like the fastest way. Like honestly, taking my own reference pictures, because I never do my reference pictures one to one. Like none of these poses were the orientation that I was in the reference. Because like there's no planning for that for me. Um, it's like faster than searching for a good reference and having to make compromises with it. What if he's AI Cavill now? I mean, I have 463. Today's 463, right? No, sorry, 434. We're not even in the 60s. So I like assume it's an hour each, which it's way more than that. That's like well more than enough stuff to completely make an AI Cavill stream. I've lost a lot of the skill I once had for drawing, I think. I'm not sure how true that is. Not as like a humanist take, like no, it's okay, but like, whenever you don't go to the gym and then you return to it after a while, your muscles regain. Like you could have quote unquote lost it, who knows? But you regain it like 2 times faster. I don't have any science to reciprocate this other than a Noel Dizel video where he talks about like once you go to the gym, it's easier to build muscle if you take a break than if you didn't go to the gym. Um, so I bet you, no matter where you think you are now, it'll be extremely fast to get back where you once were. I love Noah. He's awesome. I always said Noel, and then people were like, "No, it's Noel." I'm like, okay. Regardless, I love him. I think I haven't seen any of his recent stuff because I don't have shorts, but um, he seems like such a positive force for body positivity and stuff. Then again, it helps that he's absolutely ripped, but you he's awesome. He seems like he has a great personality. I need to hear that. I need to hear that. Getting a surgery next month. Ooh, my goodness. Well, first of all, I hope you stay safe during that surgery. You are in good hands. But losing progress. Pah. I've taken like really long stints from not working out much or like excluding body groups because I've hurt myself, and boom, I get back into it. The biggest problems I've ever had with exercise is plateauing. And even then, like, a plateau is usually a sign that I'm like, I need to push something or try something, a different variation or such. I would like to reconstruct and rethink how I draw as a whole, so I think this could help. Oh, heck yeah. I had surgery and not after working for, it's nothing to worry about. Heck yeah. Hmm. What song is this? Ooh. Lena Rain, you are an amazing musician. Shout out to Lena Rain, everybody. I think the most important thing you can do after that surgery, though, is do the PT or whatever they assign you. That is probably the best way to maintain your progress with your exercise. And even find, exercise or just things like walking. Bear, legit just walking for like 10 to 30 minutes a day is so much better than not walking for 10 to 30 minutes a day. In fact, if you do, like, let's say you do a Pomodoro, right? And you do, like, you could do a weird Kavel Pomodoro where I do 50 minutes on, 10 minutes off. If you do that 10 minutes off walking, or maybe like 15 then 15, and 10 of those 15 are walking, then, like, if you do 6 Pomodoros, which is a lot of work, you get an hour of walking. I can, oftentimes they tell you to do literally 0 PT though. Oh, I did not know that. Boo! Sorry for yelling. I mean, it makes sense. I can't boo science, but you draw the feet bigger. I'm gonna have another art philosophy rant a bit. A lot of recently, I've been trying to consolidate. I like doing things very methodically and like have a reason behind them. But some drawings, I don't have a method for drawing something correctly, and I don't like guessing, so I just leave it there. But I gotta learn to like make those estimations. So finding approximations of things. I've only had a non non-major invasive surgeries, except for wisdom teeth. Neat, I wouldn't call that like a major invasive one, actually. Just like that's the only one I've been knocked out for. I forgot I got those removed. What kind of anesthesiac were you? Thank God I was sleepy. Do you still have your appendix intact? I don't know. I hope so. I've heard so many horror stories of people just like going about life and then their appendix exploding or something bad happening. Yo, appendix burst stream. Guys, if my appendix ever bursts on stream, I'm going to make it like not a huge deal. Like I'm just gonna like, okay guys, bye, and just like leave, right? But if like afterwards, I'm gonna like title it like appendix burst stream exclamation point, and like have like the OMG emoji on the thumbnail and like a red like just full tuber, like really clickbait people into thinking like that I had my appendix burst, and I was like no, it would be so fire. It makes it sound like your body just explodes. I edit the VOD somehow just to add that in there. Oh guys, I think my appendix is exploding. It's like a stock explosion sound effect. Cat, don't you dare say it would be so fire. I don't want my appendix to explode. How does Gravel sit if his tail, like it's gonna be like, Cat is preying on my downfall. Cat watches appendix explosions compilations in her free time. She was actually part of the appendix explosion enthusiasts Facebook group. She tried inviting me once, and I said no. That's probably a Facebook group. Just knowing, why would I do that? I'm nice. Yeah, you're nice enough to invite me to the appendix explosion enthusiasts. This is slowly becoming my new, like, if I ever make a Steam group or something, we're gonna be the appendix explosion enthusiasts. That takes a lot of enunciation. That's hard to keep saying, so we'll call it there. Left foot too tiny. I suck at this. There we go. Oh yeah, everybody. I'm not sure how legal it would be to do this on stream, so I'm not going to do it, but I got a new book today, Cicada by Sean Tan. Amazing. It isn't like a comprehensive story. No, no, no. It's a showcase of his art with a small story appended to it. It is wonderful, extremely amazing art. Please go support Sean Tan. Buy this book if you can. Read it. I want to, but I'm not sure if that's allowed. And I don't want to like undermine Sean Tan's work. I could cut it out of the VOD, but I'm not sure if that's fair. I'll maybe read it to you guys next stream if I figure out a way to do it where like I'm not hurting Sean Tan by doing this. I'll cut it out of the VOD probably, and like I'll look at the legality of it all. Also, what's up, Delano? Guys, we have Cat, Bear, Delano, and Rise. Maybe Jims, maybe Cal in the stream. That is huge. Do you pay fees? Does that go into my paycheck? I feel like this gravel is like 3% too small. So I'm erasing all of it. Goodbye, gravel. Everyone say bye-bye, gravel. Whenever I bike by grackles in real life, I say grackle. Hoping that like they'll kind of like memorize my voice. And be like, oh my gosh, it's Kavel. The creep that like yells at us every day. Also, after making a bird feeder, I've noticed that I tried giving grackles sunflower seeds last semester. And from every other bird other than grackles, because they don't come to the bird feeder, they hate sunflower seeds. Hello, Mario. Where's the bird cam? I didn't feel like setting it up. Ah. I could turn it on. Here, let me see if any birds have visited during this stream. It's probably... Oh, wait, no, it's way too late for any birds to be showing up. Let's see. Blue jay, finch, blue jay, 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 blue... Oh, finch? Dove with a blue jay, dove, dove. Dove, blue jay, blue jay. I cannot believe the doves and the blue jays are chill. That's just absurd to me. Like the most timid, frightful bird pairing up with the most annoying, the most rude and inconsiderate bird. A pairing that I would never. Oh shoot, wait, the knee is going right here. So we know that if the knee was like tilted a bit, it would be slightly around this region. So we know the knee is going to be about right here. Can't believe Cat would yell at me for the bird cam. She's so violent. No Blue Jay slander. I'm friend with Blue Jays. It's not slander. These are true things that I've observed. Actually, something cool that my family found today. We found a Blue Jay feather on our porch. Very pretty. It was one of the like deep blue feathers with a little bit of white on it. feel like I have something to do tomorrow. Probably not. I need to work so much on the lesson 5 script. Rise, I was going through, I'm not sure if Rise is still here, but I was going through the lesson 2 video comments to make sure, one, I didn't miss anything, but two, to see if like anybody did critique my work, on the video or had any options. I saw Rise's comment there saying, so when are we gonna get the lesson 3 video? A year ago. Rise is still here. Also, do you want me to call you Spites? Because I don't know why I stuck with Rise. I think it was just because like your name started with it then. I understand how much you just absolutely love Rise Protein, sponsored by Noel Dizel. Don't care none to me, dude. Heck yeah, cool. I wonder if I should start taking protein again. The only supplement that I've ever seen crazy benefits from is creatine. That creatine and like not creatine pills I never got anything with, but the first time I tried creatine was creatine pills, and I also wasn't drinking enough water or and doing anything special with my diet. But like for the past 3-ish semesters or 2 semesters, I told you where the rise tag. It was right from right way before the protein. I don't think you probably have, and I'm just forgetful because I'm an idiot. Where does the rise tag come from? Yeah, creatine pills sucked. But like every semester that I've done, like I've started creatine and like I really managed my diet and like my water intake and stuff. Oh my God. Creatine does wonders if you like, obviously I'm not going to be like, oh, it's like, it's, anabolic steroids. It's crazy great. No, but like for what it does, oh my gosh, yeah. Your old Call of Duty team. Oh shoot, yeah, I'm not sure if I remember that or not. Not going to act like I do. You could have said anything right there and I could have been like, oh yeah, I remember. That's my biggest fear of getting caught on. Like having people join stream and they're like, do you remember who I am? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, dude, yeah. And they're like, name 3 things about. And it doesn't help that Monkey, if you're here, if Monkey changes his name literally every stream. Yeah, I haven't gotten much ever out of protein supplements, but I probably the only time I took them was when I wasn't doing my diet correctly. Um, so that is something to consider. Monker Slender. Gonna be me one day. I would really be very disappointed with myself if I ever forgot the OGs. And plus, like where we're at now, like I think the stream probably has like probably 4 viewers right now. 5, yeah. I love this number. Like 4 to like 7 people just chilling out, drawing, chatting it up. That like if we just stay at that rate, or if there's more people but everyone's kind of just chilling, I'll stream for a long time if it's like that. The moment we get 100 followers on Twitch, I'm destroying the channel. OG's know his name was Shrimpy. Was there a name before that, or did it just start off with Shrimp B? Oh man, and going through lesson 2 or lesson 3 videos and seeing all the old names, like seeing Dazzling's name. I really hope Dazzling's well. All the people who stopped by. I hope everyone who stopped by and who is doing some little project or big project, I hope they all are still working on that now despite not being in the stream. Doing something that they love for an hour a day. I think I'm gonna submit the what's it called? Commission for the gravel emote tomorrow. Yep, Dazzling's not here. No idea where they went, but I hope they're well. Crocheting away to their heart's content. One thing that does scare me, and this is conjecture and whatever, right? Dazzling did stop showing up near the time of like the California wildfires, so I hope they didn't get displaced or anything. But who knows? I'd like to imagine that they got accepted into the most elite art university in the world, and they have to go no communications because they're working so hard to improve at art. Slime Rancher has a crazy great soundtrack. That's the most dark scenario. True, true. I'm a bit of a what is it called? Pessimistic Patrick in that regard. That's definitely what they all call it. And they call me evil. Well, you are, but that's okay. Okay, finally got the legs right. There's only just a pair of gravel legs right here, but whatever. It's weird because when I stream, time goes a lot slower. Probably because I'm talking and focusing. When I'm just kind of hanging out with my friends and drawing or whatever, time goes so freaking fast. And so it gives me this weird illusion of like, oh, I've been spending too much of this stream on drawing. But no, this is Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher 2 to be exact. Oh, it's not true according to Cat. Never mind. 6. Oh, tonight's leg day. Oh yeah, Bear. I checked out that music you recommended. Wasn't totally my jam, but I did see the arcane song that artist had. Do not ask me their name because I don't remember it. Found myself really missing these times when I was away, just relaxing and drawing, whatever. Well, I'm very glad you can have some of those right now. Welcome back, man. What's my life ambition? Make things and die. That's probably about it. I'm an absurdist. Uh, so I believe we kind of we make the meaning that we attribute to things in very few words. And I find kind of this infinite joy of things whenever I just make stuff. So I want to encourage people and give people the opportunity to make stuff. kind of figured that out for myself along the way, and then die. Not in like some edgy like die, but you know, like that's all. What about you, Rise? Eat hot chip, possibly lie. Draw stuff and have fun doing it. Heck yeah. A lot of very morbid Kavel this stream. I apologize. I'm just my edgy era. Cut my life into pieces. Arcane. We saw also welcome Mountain Dew. Yeah. The artist that Bear recommended me was is worked on the Arcane soundtrack. I don't know what my main ambition is. I just kind of doing the best at what I can and moving forward. Heck yeah, dude. That's all we can do. I remember in like late high school and some of early college, I was like so freaking confused, man. I still am. No one's never ever solved, but like the thing I wanted to do. And like even now, my quote unquote life ambition is like crazy vague. Make stuff. Okay, what are you gonna make? You know, like anyone can make something. You can make music, you can make machines, you can make whatever. But I found like in establishing that ambiguity, it gave me a lot of room to experiment and see the person I wanted to become. So, you know, I had no expectation for that was. And now, while I have been raised as an engineer, now I'm just realizing that I like art a lot too. It's a mixed bag in that regard, but giving your chance to experiment, I think, is very important. Ooh, my other life ambition is to maybe have like a pet or a friend crow at some point. I think that'd be really huge. No, yeah, I don't want a pet crow because I don't want it to be in captivity, but like I want like a crow that can go outside and it'll give me like a little shiny thing, and I'll give it a cashew or something. I think that'd be pretty freaking cool. God, I put it in the pets channel. There's a video. It's just like this crow giving this woman two very nice sticks, and this crow, like, I can't. I don't think many people can read the emotions of birds or like wild birds, but like this crow is so freaking like excited to hand this woman this stick. Like this crow clearly had the intent of giving it to her. It's insane. What would I name the crow? Spaghetti. Pasta. I think no pasta. I think I'd name the crow Pasta. Crows are so smart. You could probably befriend a crow. Actually, shoot, Rise. I made a bird stand on like outside my door, and crows have been showing up. And I've been trying to get them more used to humans, which they are kind of more used to now. They don't like run whenever you like walk by them. But now it's a game of like them being like, oh shoot, human has food. Like whenever I refill the bird tray, they run. I think Pasta is a good name. Yeah. I wonder if Pasta would even like pasta. I wonder how crows feel about carbs and stuff like that. What song? What music? Night in the Woods, dude. Freaking baller soundtrack. W Night in the Woods. Take a fair while, a couple of years for them to be comfortable near you. Oh my goodness. Well, it's worth it. I'm actually not sure if I'll be living here for the next couple of years, but maybe my parents could have some fun befriending some crows on my behalf. Also, speaking, this is from earlier. Speaking of like not being able to stream for a bit, I'm moving into a new apartment in a couple of weeks, so that probably whole maybe like 5 days we won't be streaming. And then I'll be like getting used to school and everything, so it may get a bit shaky there, but because yeah, I think we stream like 60 to 70 hours. Wait, no. I'm trolling. I saw my Twitch streaming graph and I saw like how much I was streaming per week. Let's see. Okay, suppose I stream 6 days a week for an hour and a half. So that's 9 hours a week, right? 6.6 times 1.5. Yeah, 9 hours a week. So about yeah, ideally like we stream for about 25 hours a month. Lower bound. But I saw it like dip when I moved out of my apartment and finished my junior year. It's crazy how the slightest variation in eye shape can completely change a character's expression. Yeah, we're only gonna be able to fit like 2 gravels in this box. And I got so much to do to complete my my I almost said white girl summer, dude. My hot girl summer. Uh, task list. We still need to make the Instagram. I'm working on the lesson 3, 4, and 5 videos, so that's good. But frick, man, I gotta learn Blender for this dang video, dude. What? I'm hoping. I'm kind of going. I'm really just jumping off into the deep end here. I don't know what the correct phrase terminology is, but basically, like, I've never touched Blender before in my life, but I'm just jumping in and gonna try to make an animation without knowing anything. Drawing the little pockets in the gravels. Very important, guys. You don't understand. Also, TinoCon just happened, so shout out. Don't know why I felt like I needed to mention that. Make sure these characters are actually looking at each other. It really looks like Gravel's being crucified right there. I know once I like paint this and everything, it'll be fine, but oh goodness. I'm so sorry, Gravel. You must die for the sins of humanity. They're sad? I'm sorry. I would consider this just it's a happy sad, or just like they're sweet, maybe. Ooh, we could play the sad song. Or the one that makes people cry. I'm gonna play it. Hee I have to remember what it is. It is Friday. Okay, we'll play this song next. Box of Peeps. I'm gonna start designing the box. We'll call it for the day. What was the origin for this idea? It was Sadie saying that wait. I think she think it was like this page. Yeah. I was doodling and like all of these gravels lined up in this tee box look like Peeps. So I'm drawing them all painting themselves yellow and getting inside of a box of Peeps. Okay, I'm gonna turn this song up because I love it so much. Deal with it. Why cylinders? Because of the drawbox challenge, but I'll talk more about that in a second. I agree, Bear. That's a great way of describing it. That was I think about you, not thinking about me by far. We choose to draw cylinders because multiple reasons. One, Drawbox says so. It's one of the challenges for the 250 cylinder. One of the challenges that prepares us for lesson 6. But yeah, why 250 of them? 250 of them is a completely arbitrary number, but Uncomfortable found that once you draw 250 of them, you get pretty good at drawing cylinders. Why cylinders specifically as opposed to triangles? Is cylinders offer ellipses, which have degrees. Ellipses are really unique in the sense that it helps describe how a plane increases and decreases its visibility based on perspective. So let's pretend my hand is a circle. We have a circle right here. As, let's say we go right here, you can't really see, it's just a sliver. But if you go all the way over here, notice how you can see the circle now. That's the degree increasing or decreasing, right? And so as cylinders move through space, we can get used to increasing and decreasing the degree of that face of the cylinder. Now, why can't we do this with boxes? Well, cylinders also offer, I would say just like knowing how a circle is constructed in space on top of a plane correctly is extremely helpful. Because, you could draw squares all day, but the moment you have an axle or an eye or something, right? I don't know if an eye counts. Knowing how to construct that properly is very important. So 250 of them. We draw 250 cylinders because degrees are very important, and once you draw 250 of them, you have to kind of understand them at that point, right? Or like, there's a certain element of art where you just kind of have to go crazy with it. Oh, what is this? Okay, cool. So I was reading the Discord announcement on Delano server, shout out. I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, so cylinders are helpful, and art has that moment where it doesn't really matter how much you have to draw a lot of something, right? That's why we do time gestures and stuff, because you could study anatomy and figure drawing and gesture all day, but you have to put something on the page, and that kind of forces you to. Speaking of forcing to put things on the page, I'm going to stop for right now, and we're going to call it a successful stream. I drew yet another gravel on the page. An hour to draw gravel. I don't really care if that's too long or too short. I'm just glad that I was here with you guys doing something that I love for an hour. So, we're going to be way too dank. Wait, I just realized the emote didn't transfer into the combo chat very well. Really thank you everybody for stopping by today. Review. We're doing reviews again because I stopped doing that during lesson 5. Nothing really of note. I didn't let myself get frustrated as I had to keep redrawing something, and I wasn't mindlessly doing it. I was actively changing proportions and letting myself just accept how some things looked. So I was learning from my mistakes as I was going. I'm really impressed that I managed that. The waist here is really weird, but I'm just going to leave it like that. So, I just hit my hand on my table. Thank you very much, Bear, Mountain, Rise, Delano, Cat, Jims, Cal, 4. I think that's everybody. I went really fast. Thank you very much for not only the follow, but the subscription, Rise. Sincerely, you've gone out of your way. I really appreciate that. And hopefully, we will be reinvesting this into Prime subs, which honestly we should do at some point soon as a gift sub, not Prime sub. We'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll be doing cylinders for the next week, getting ever so much closer to the 250 mark. Sincerely, everybody, thank you. And I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.